Okay, hello. I know this is not my normal art stream day, but I needed something mellow today. I don't really have any mellow enough games. I did two rounds of Fortnite last night and that was too much excitement. So I need chill. And some of you may already know why I didn't stream Thursday. Thank you for the follow. Anyway, some of you may already know why I didn't stream Thursday, but for those who didn't know, and for whoever else, I don't know, for the record, I guess, Wednesday, I got a seasonal allergy shot, and in very short order, ended up in the ER for an allergic reaction to the allergy shot. The ultimate of ironies. Because, of course, this is just how my body works, or rather doesn't. So that was fun. You know, fun. And I have been on a bout of meds since then to, chill out my immune system. And that has been rough. Because, well, the meds are rough to begin with. They're rough on anyone, really. But, they're also kind of activating my usual existing symptoms, which I'm currently undergoing a diagnosis for, and sensitivity to or overreaction to medication is one of the symptoms. So it's like, yeah, just stop messing around, doc, and give me the diagnosis already. Because it's obvious something ain't right. Yeah, I felt, I've been feeling kind of rough, because one of the symptoms it's doing is, heart rate going all over the place. I played a single stage in Shadow Generations the other day, and it set off tachycardia, so it's like, yeah, I'm messed up. So, and yesterday, I felt absolutely horrible. Felt like I was dying, kind of horrible. And by the end of the day, I figured out this was just the worst heartburn I've ever had in my entire life. And last night's dinner was chili, but somehow I felt better after eating that. So it's like, I don't even know anymore what's going on. I think it gave me like the extra gas I needed to actually, belch and start working things out of my system. But then I had vanilla ice cream later, and that made me feel even more better. Which I'm having some now. Some medicinal ice cream. Whenever I have a messed up stomach, I always go for vanilla ice cream. It seems to do the trick. And it tastes good. Speaking of ice cream, that's what I'm drawing tonight. At least what I'm starting off with. And I got this idea in my head while getting my Tuesday half off shake from the ice cream shop today. So yeah, 2 ice creams in one day. Not what I usually do, but like I said, this helps my stomach, so I have an excuse. Sort of. The annoying thing is I still got some sniffly stuff going on. I still have to do a little nose blowing. So it's like, it didn't even fully 100%, I guess it takes time to kick in, but it's just, this was not worth it. So now I'm like, unless it's medication I 100% need to take, I ain't doing it. Just is not worth it. It's not just medication either. There's plenty of other things I can't really have because it messed me up. Caffeine. I can't hardly touch caffeine anymore. It got so bad once I had to quit chocolate. That was a very dark time in my life. But like the other night I had a chocolate chip cookie and that was too much. That set my heart rate off crazy because of the meds I'm on. So it's like, guess I won't be having s'mores for a few nights. So my whole 4th of July weekend sucked. I didn't get to go nowhere, do nothing, didn't even go for ice cream. Just kind of, the only good thing is we had chili dogs, so at least I get to enjoy that with homemade chili sauce. Because the stuff you get in the stores, in the cans anymore, is just too rough on any of our stomachs anymore. Like the kind we used to get that we could eat, can't anymore. So it's like, I don't know, did they change it or did we get more sensitive? I don't know. And my nose keeps wanting to drip now, driving me crazy. Because every time I have to blow my nose, I gotta mute the mic so I can move the mic from my face. Otherwise, I'm just gonna hit it. Annoying. I need to focus here, actually get some drawing going. That's another thing, is messing up my head, making me all like slow, stuck in a groove. Lots of blue screens of death going on. Make it really hard to get anything done lately. I'll be off the meds Friday, so like hopefully things get back to normal, or what passes as normal around here for me. Okay, down. At least I usually can have chocolate. I can't have coffee. It's so I don't even really care for the smell anymore, but I miss cappuccinos. That's what I do miss. For an entire summer, my lunch was a chili cheese dog, pack of white powdered donuts, and a cappuccino with a few squirts of hot cocoa and chocolate creamer. And I wonder why my stomach's messed up. Like, there are other reasons, but that didn't help, I imagine. Did not help one bit. One bitty bit. Alright. Let's see, the original plan here was to have Eclipse holding an ice cream, and then he's holding the other ice cream for Bug-Eye because he doesn't have hands. But I could just draw the one ice cream because I don't think either of them care one bitty bit about germs. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. Because the other thing is like, where is he holding it on the other side? I don't want to cover up too much. Like, the other ice cream would be like over here or something. I don't want to. I don't want to cover up too much. Back over there. I need to get some more mellow games to play for when I'm not doing well or just want something else. It would not hurt to expand my gaming tastes, I guess. I'm usually always just playing the action adventure type things. The fighting stuff. Stuff you gotta fight. Thinking of getting some of those simulator games. Well, some of them, they're like, that doesn't look very mellow at all. Yeah. Working against the clock, but thinking more entertainment value and not having to use my wrist so much. Like, just use the mouse. It's simultaneously easier and harder to deal with less fingers. Less to draw, but then you also have to figure that out because, you know, not really a whole lot of references for that. Kind of have to make things up a bit there. Then I decided to get some, burning done. We got the paper garbage that we burn off instead of filling the garbage can with it. And so I did some of that, but then I was out in the heat too long, and I'm feeling ill now. Time to go inside. I'll have to finish that sometime, like tomorrow or something. I was not going back out after I got the ice cream. Like, I have enough issues with the heat. I got, extra stuff going on. I don't need to push it. But, like, I've had enough of not doing much. Which I've mostly been trying to chill because this thing's got my heart rate crazy. And I got a lot extra brain fog going on, so it's just hard to do things in the first place. But like, I was sitting around and out of the sun for many days, starting to affect me. I mean, like, being outside of it felt good. I just went out too long with for the heat we got. It wasn't too bad when I first went out, but then the sun came out and decided to go nuclear. In a moment. I I forgot to double check if notifications were off. Well, and break is about time. So I'll see you in a few. There we go. All right, we're back. Hello. Ah, so sometimes when I'm doing the drawing, I've got my face in my tablet down here. I sometimes forget to look up. Uh, there needs to be some kind of little ding or something when there's someone in chat for me. That way I know to look up. Sometimes I catch the motion of chat in my peripheral vision, but not always. Yeah, that would get annoying, but I don't usually get that many. So I don't think it would be too much of an issue. You just have to pick a delightful sound. Or I could probably put my phone down here so I could see it from there. So I could only see one chat from there, I think. I don't know if Stream Elements has an app like that. See, how's the how have you been? How's the summer going? Ah, well, I did I made a small post on the post page about the little bleh. The summer's been going okay, except for last Wednesday I got allergy shot and then ended up in the ER with an allergic reaction, and I've been on some rough meds since, so it's been a little rough. Um, like I'm having worse brain fog and issues from the medication, but I've got 3 days left of it, so I should be back to relative normality soon. The worst part about it was it happened, just before 4th of July weekend, so I didn't really get to do much. I did one night of s'mores, but not much else other besides that. Yeah. Allergic reaction to allergy shot. The ultimate irony, which I should have known better because I am sensitive to so many things, so many medications. So I really should have known better. But I'm like, it's just an allergy shot. It should be fine. And apparently, it's only like a 1% chance of this happening. So of course, it was me. At least it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Like, I didn't get into like anaphylaxis territory, just like close. Yeah, I don't think I'll be taking any more. I'm done with elective medication. If it's something I absolutely have to take, then I'll give it a shot. But if it's just this would make things easier, I mean, I'm not doing it. I'll figure out other things. I'll take the regular allergy meds instead. Because, like I said, I have a history of bad reactions to medications. Even regular pain medication. There's one kind that I can safely take, and only if I a limit. Like, I can't take a whole bunch of it. I have to have low dose. So it's just uh I assume I can take well, one of the things they had me on to recover from this was Benadryl, so I imagine I can take it if I need to. Cause yeah, I still got a bit of nose drippage stuff going on. So it's like, why did I bother? Of course. Yeah, rough stuff. Like the meds are rough on their own, but they're also kind of worsening my usual issues. So yeah, makes it extra fun, extra lightheadedness, extra uh racing heart issues. Just very annoying. 'Cause it makes you tired, and you got extra brain fog. Can't do a lot. Mm-hmm. I just started uh doing stuff today. Like I need to move around. But then I was outside too long in the heat and then felt sick from that. Like I can't win. But I feel a little bit better now. Just tired. I go in tomorrow for a follow-up appointment. I get to the lovely this is hilarious. Yeah, I called. You call in the doctor because they want me to do follow-up appointment for being in the ER. And the receptionist asked me, "What did they diagnose you with? Because it's very unlikely you had an allergic reaction to them. Seen this for allergies." And I'm just thinking to myself, very unlikely means not impossible, first of all. And second of all, it just says allergic reaction on this paper. It has nothing else. So I don't know what to tell you. Except you have no idea who you're dealing with. I have a very sensitive system. I can't even handle a Mountain Dew. I can't handle the caffeine in a Mountain Dew. And some days a Pepsi is pushing it. So I'm stuck with mostly root beer as far as pops go. The irony being, allergies makes you miserable to where you don't want to move. But also mostly I'm restricted to like regular walking kind of thing. Because any kind of other exercise makes me too dizzy. So very annoying. I just hope this one cardiologist I've been going to sees my latest test results. And also this fiasco and is like, yeah, I'll diagnose you already. Because it's getting annoying. When you have all the symptoms, you have all the triggers, and the things that are supposed to help actually help. Just, what else is it, doc? And apparently this sensitivity and or overactivity to medication is also one of those things. So it's like, yeah, I've had this sensitivity at least since 2012. It's hard to pinpoint everything, but that's when they said I had anxiety and put me on the Zoloft. And I had one of those and it felt like I was dying, so the worst reaction. Medical field is just so fun. I need to focus here. I draw too slow sometimes, too meticulous. I need to. I don't need it to look good right now. I do that later. Even do it his wing. Put that on another layer. Well, if I got what I'm 99% sure I got, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Besides just a few things to not make it worse. But the main thing I've just been focusing on is trying to lose some weight, which I've done before. It's just can be a struggle sometimes, especially when you have an appetite. I I need a little more protein, but it's not always easy to I could eat salmon every day, but that's kind of expensive. It might get a little old after a while. It just can be hard to, get the other requirements, but also under the calorie limit. That and, with my particular issues, if I go too long, if I don't eat enough and I go too long without eating, it causes more problems. So, like, sometimes I'll try really hard to, keep under a certain amount of food, and then it's like I get hit with, like dizziness and all that stuff, and it's like, and then I have to eat something that's a little less healthier to get back up. Get back to feeling okay. More fruits and vegetables. Fortunately, there aren't a lot of vegetables I like. I've been eating more mangoes lately, though. When I think to get them, I just been really focused on mango flavor lately. But it's picking the ones I like is a little tricky. See, with most fruit, it starts to get even the slightest bit squishy. I want nothing to do with it. Like grapes, okay, it's not completely firm and hard as a rock. I don't want it no more. But with the mangoes, I prefer them when they are getting pretty squishy, because then they're very, very they're like syrupy, sweet. That I don't like tart flavors. Not even a tiny bit of tart. And when they're squishy, it's kind of like a gummy-ish texture. But I'm picky on fruits and vegetables. I do tend to eat a lot of cucumber in the summer, though, for the easy hydration and the crunch. I do like apples, but I'm picky on those too. I pretty much mostly really only like Fuji apples. Because again, I don't like tart even a little bit. And then of course I can't touch citrus, because that just messes up my stomach and makes my throat all scratchy. Which is annoying because, a lot of drinks, especially hydrating drinks like sports drinks and stuff, they always got citric acid in them. And it's like, it makes my throat scratchy. I don't drink them. Or at least, I don't drink them for a long, long time. Then I randomly drink one and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. That's why I don't drink this. I have tried eating of. Yeah, I can be picky sometimes, not all the time. It really depends, honestly. Like there's other things where I have zero pickiness on. It makes no sense. Um. Also, there's just things that do not agree with me, like the citric acid. I have tried eating just a fruit for breakfast, like a mango for breakfast, but a couple hours later, I'm starving to death. Because, like, I had no protein. And even sometimes when I do eat stuff with protein, like, if I have a nice dinner of salmon, broccoli, and a little rice, like, hour or so later, I'm starving to death again. Chia pudding? Never heard of that one before. What's annoying is there is something that would work. It's got protein, it's got fiber. Alright? But I'm oat intolerant, so I can't even eat it. I can't have oatmeal. Which I never really cared for it too much, but it's annoying when you suddenly can't eat something anymore. You don't have the option to eat it. So it's just... Oh yes, very lovely. And unlike with, milk, unlike with dairy, they don't make 𝗥𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗦. Yeah, I didn't hear of it either. But, one day suddenly, eating oats, gives me the horrible indigestion. Pretty much the same as dairy, except worse, actually. And again, they don't make 𝗥𝗨𝗟𝗘, like lactate. So, it seems insane. I have to check. Is there oats in here? Yeah. I am mildly dairy intolerant. It's only really a problem in the morning on an empty stomach. So I have to have the lactose-free milk. During the day, I'm usually fine unless I eat an insane amount. Like, the usual restaurant portion of fettuccine alfredo will do me in. Not that it usually stops me, but I'm willing to put up with it for cheese, not for oatmeal. And oats are one of the things a lot of people oats are one of the things a lot of people are using now as an alternative to dairy, like oat milk and oat chocolate. So it's like, I can't have that either. Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm better off eating the dairy, actually. Starchy foods? I kind of doubt it. I love potatoes. So far, it's really only dairy and oats that cause that. Not a single problem with wheat, though. Ironically, I used to have the almond milk, but I got tired of that after a while. It's like, I want regular milk, so I'm just gonna buy the lactose-free. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with gluten, but I have a problem with oats. Because gluten's the one you hear about now. You never hear about anyone with oat problems. So yeah, of course I have to go for the extra uniqueness, as seems to be the case with my body a lot. I'm just overall very confusing. And I tell you, it gets old. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can be. So, I definitely don't have a problem with any gluten stuff. I eat plenty of. Yeah, it's usually like if I'm not feeling good, it's like one of the things I can still eat. Have a piece of bread or something. Especially if my stomach's upset. Some bread, settle it down. It's like, I definitely don't have that problem. Just the oats. Uh, I had to cut back on spicy food years ago. I used to be fine with it. I used to eat the volcano taco. I now cannot tolerate Taco Bell's nacho cheese dip. That's how bad it is. Just recently, we had chili dogs, homemade chili sauce, because the stuff they got in the cans that we used to get, too spicy now. Don't know if they changed or I did, but just burns. Not fun. And it's annoying because a lot of times it's like, oh, there's nothing you can eat. They're so picky. It's like most of this, it's my body that can't handle it. Not that I don't like the taste of it. It doesn't like me, and I don't like the results. Yeah, the spicy hot's the problem. So too much spices, it just I also have very sensitive sense of taste. So what other people consider a normal amount of spice is uh, a whole lot for me. Like double at least. There are definitely spices I like. It's just like when we have spaghetti, I like the oregano and basil in there. Of course, whatever's in the meatballs. But like spicy peppers. Onions sometimes are pushing it. Sometimes I'll just eat those anyway, depending on what they're like. If it's one of those, green onions, I'll just bite into those little things. I like caramelized onions and onion rings, but raws are a little rough. Hello. Wings should not be this difficult. That's simple. No, I'm trying too much detail at once. That's my problem. Trying to go for the whole thing at once. Just do the outline. Like Bruges wings are usually drawn, then I put in the detail. It's been a while since I had that many, I think. I think a lot of people are busy over the summer because it's nice outside. There are things to do outside. Rain. We keep getting thunderstorms around here. At least we don't have a ton of standing water. I do like me a good thunderstorm. Should they be like that, or maybe wrapped around a little? I I did miss a fair over the weekend because I was too messed up to want to risk going out in the heat. But can't wait for some more to not catch up. More come up there. That's the word I'm looking. Fight me, Rain. You won't win. Get struck by lightning. Is that all you got? Strikes again. You win this round, Rain. I saw a video. This was a number of years ago. I saw a video where some guy got hit by lightning, got up, started walking away, and then got hit again. Got up slower that time, which I think I would just stay there at that point. No. Or crawl so I'm shorter. Yeah, that's gotta be rough. Yeah, stizzling. That would be pretty rough. I don't know if I could move after that. Do, 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 do. I know a lot of people liked the third movie, but I'm just stuck on how much cooler it would have been if it was a little closer to the original, to SA2. Like, there was just so much more cooler things going on. Shadow was cooler. Like, we missed out on a battle with a giant lizard in space. Hey, it's just like there's some decisions like I knew it wasn't gonna be exact because the different lore that was already established, but you know they still could have tried to get a little closer with what they had. Is like it was the original was a lot grander. Lot grander. Like there are things I get, like Gerald being alive and one in charge is equivalent to how he brainwashed Shadow. Like, I get that, but I still feel like doing that removes some of Shadow's agency. Yeah, Gerald survived, Rhea died. I mean, and I could go into the whole, like, it wasn't really mentioned in the original SA2, but we know about it now. Like, they didn't do anything about, they didn't mention even Rhea having an illness, which is just a little head scratching, a little annoying. But yeah, it's just, I get that Gerald calling the shots is equivalent to him brainwashing Shadow, but we didn't get, I didn't see any mention of Maria having an illness. Like, maybe they're saving that for a side like a show, but wasn't mentioned. And let's see. Like, in the original, Shadow is playing Eggman like a cheap kazoo. Alright? Eggman didn't realize what the actual plan here was. Yeah. And we didn't get to, we didn't get his little maniacal smirk in the movie. He was mostly just sad. We didn't get his little maniacal smirk. We didn't get him, going on about the Eclipse canon. Like, he was all excited about it, Because there's little, I mean, of course, we didn't have Rouge, didn't have any of that going on. No Amy. And they were honestly messing this up from the beginning. Yeah, he did alright. Anyway, they were messing this up from the beginning by giving Sonic a tragic backstory the way they did. So, if Shadow rolls around, he's automatically less unique now. He's just, different Sonic now. Which is a trend in the movies that I've noticed, is they take something unique to Sonic and they kind of make it like everything else is. Yes, at least he had his motorcycle and the little gun. At least we got that. I will take it. I will be happy about that. I am happy that the thing he showed up in, at least, looked like the Black Comet, so they might still be doing that. But, like, still you lose a lot by him not being made by Gerald and just being found. Like, where's the mad science stuff? Where's the government conspiracies? Like, this is deep stuff. Deep, cool stuff. But apparently most people can't take that seriously with talking hedgehogs. Yes, Shadow's motorcycle and Crossroads would be great. I am really excited for that. Particularly excited for the whole rival dialogue. I'm going to play Shadow versus everyone, and then I'm going to play Omega versus everyone. Get all that juicy dialogue. And of course, Shadow versus Omega, that'll be fun too. Yeah, it's just, missed opportunities. But I hope they at least go with the Black Arms angle, because I can't imagine them not wanting an alien invasion movie. Who doesn't like an alien invasion movie? That's just that's the easy win there. So it's, there's a little difference, a bit of a difference now since they're aliens, Sonic are alien, So yet again, removing Shadow's uniqueness in that same uh, universe, At the very least, it does make Sonic more popular, which means more eyes on the games. So it's like, hopefully, they will, the newbies will find SA2 and realize, this is peak. And then they find, the rest of everything else and older things, including the comic. And then they discover Eclipse, and then we get more fan content. That's where the only ones that are gonna do it. Speaking of, I need to start drawing faster here. At least have the sketch finished. They have to make decisions. That I have to keep fighting my nose dripping. Like, because usually when it comes to eating ice cream, I envision characters with their eyes closed because it looks like they're really enjoying it. Maximum enjoyment. But I also like drawing the eyes, for more expression. And then there's which, individual character. How would each individual character react? Hmm. Hopefully. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there, so. And there's customization. I mean, they got extreme gear even now. Crazy. Crazy everything they got in there. I'm just crossing my fingers for... I know it's probably not gonna happen, but I'm crossing my fingers for a stage from Shadow the Hedgehog. I want acknowledgement. For the game Shadow the Hedgehog. One of the stages from Shadow the Hedgehog. I would like to see that in Cross Worlds. Oh. Did you look at that? Prison Island. And I know it's blown up, but Black Comet stage would be cool. This is Cross Worlds. We got all kinds of... I mean, we have the Werehog as a character, and that's a timed event too, so... I just really like the aesthetics. The rocky stuff, the rocky stone texture stuff, the reds and the purples. That, and it's unique compared to all the other stages. Like, sure, you could do Westopolis, but a city's a city. This one's just mostly destroyed. But Glyphic Canyon would also be okay, a good choice since it is Black Arms related. Therefore, a bit unique. But this is another desert stage. We got other desert stages that aren't too different. Of a scene of doom showing up. I would, um, it wouldn't be a character I probably play as, but it would be fun. It'd be hilarious to have Doom there just for the unhinged dialogue, honestly. Just for the silliness of it all. Of him in a race. Like, it would make no sense. And it would be hilarious. Okay, this, could you imagine, alright? Doom's in a race, making threats, and then he gets trash talked by Charmy the Bee. Which, Shadow versus Charmy is a rival battle I'm definitely interested in because of their interaction in Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, like, what are they going to say to each other? Should be fun. Why does Shadow have a grudge against Tails? I'm not really sure he does. It just kind of happens that way. Like there's different circumstances, but Right. A little break time. In a few. Alright. Hello? Just a drawing. Now I'm back to the question of how many ice creams. Because they could just be sharing an ice cream. That'd be, kind of cute. But Eclipse is feeling a bit stiff. And I think I can fix that by including another ice cream. I can flip that. That's looking better already. And then give him his own ice cream over here. More ice cream is always better. I couldn't agree more. And he's, of course, taking a bite out of his ice cream. Because he is an absolute gremlin. And yes, I do take bites out of my ice cream. Even though I have cold sensitivity, I do not care. Oh, that explains that. Drawing assistance on. Don't need that. Yes, biting ice cream. Biting anything, really. Even if it's not something that people usually bite. It's like, I just have to bite. Like other people, they're licking their popsicles, just, like you're supposed to lick your popsicle. I'm gnawing. Well, meanwhile, I'm gnawing on my popsicle like it's a bone. And sucking the juice out of it like it's bone marrow. I just have to gnaw on things. Which is half of my problem when it comes to eating too much food. I just like chewing on it. I could not be hungry, not even care to eat, but it's like I need to chew on something. And, other things are less ideal. Suppose I could just get a bunch of pencils and chew on those, but then you have, slobbery pencils. Would equal more fiber? I'm chewing on them, not eating them. Ugh. Yes, nom nom. Getting that fiber juices from chewing. Absorb the fiber through osmosis. So what flavor of ice cream we thinking? My go-to is usually chocolate. Pistachio. I don't know. I just never been interested in trying that. I have this general thing about green food. Like, I don't know. This is kind of weird. I like pistachios. I've just never felt adventurous enough to try pistachio ice cream. I eat some veggies. I eat some. I I had some potatoes earlier. Potato chips, but they're potatoes. That's a vegetable. And I think that was the only vegetable, actually. Oh. Wait. No, no, wait. Tomato's a fruit, so that doesn't count. There's tomatoey stuff in the chili sauce. And there's I don't think there are any green fruits. I don't think there are any green fruits I usually. Oh wait, grapes. I eat grapes. Other than that, I don't really. I don't like lime. I like cucumbers. I like Some lettuces, like leaf lettuce, that's fine for the crispiness. I like a nice crispy bit of lettuce on my meat sandwich for appearances, you know. For a little extra crunch and hydration. But they're definitely fruits. I like mangoes. There are some plants I eat. Chocolate is a plant. Comes from a plant. Chocolate is a plant. I'm covered. I'm not wrong, but I'm not right. Which is it? Which is it? Coffee is also a plant. I can't drink it, but that's also a plant. That's plant juice. Plant broth. Coffee is plant broth. I like the little wah 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 sound in this. I don't know what it is, but I think it's neat. How long have I been drawing? since I could hold a crayon is about it. I don't know exact age I started drawing because my memory is a very fuzzy thing, but since I could hold a crayon. I used to break them a lot because I had terrible control over my grip, and still do. They even would buy me those big, fat crayons, and I would still snap those in half somehow. Probably why my wrist is so messed up. And especially the real cheap ones. But like, I would snap the thick crayons in half too. So, it's definitely me. Yeah, that was Sonic Adventure song. Might have been Final Egg. One of the Eggman stages, like the egg carrier or the other part, the egg base. I always miss Gamma. That was this is good boss music. That was very poignant, the right word? Oh, we have Mega now. So. Gamma paved the way for Omega. Yep, 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 yep. It'd be kind of cool, because Shadow's already had his own game, and I'd like another one. But it'd be kind of cool if Omega got his own game, and it's just taking on endless hordes of badniks. Yeah, it's a pretty good song. Well, it's 11. I think that should be good night then. I wish I had gotten further on this, but I got a fair start. Got the main poses. Gotta get the details, mostly. And decide the flavors. But thank you all for coming. Not sure what I'm streaming Thursday. I'll have to figure that out. Alright, good night. See you next time. Cinder out.